Hello everybody, welcome back to another video on this channel. Now in this video we'll be ranking every single goalkeeper in the Premier League. We go all the way from, the Arsenal keeper all the way to the Tottenham goalkeeper. And you can let me know your thoughts in the comments. We're going to rank them this time based on like 1 to 20. So who I think is the best, and then we rank each position. So don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, do all of that good stuff, and let's get straight into it. Now, we're going to start off first with David Raya. Now, David Raya is going straight into one. For me, he's the best goalkeeper in the Premier League. I think when I've watched him over the last couple of seasons, he's been absolutely fantastic for Arsenal. Very, very good keeper, very good on the ball, big saves. I think he's one of the big reasons why Arsenal did win the Premier League and got so far into the Champions League. I think, he's a really, really top goalkeeper. And again, if Arsenal are going to be competitive this year, he's going to be an important part to play in that. And for me, there's no real flaw in his game. I think he's got everything that you look for from a keeper. He's got that quality, consistency. He can play out from the back. He's good from set pieces. Sweeping, very, very good. I just think he's a top goalkeeper. So he is the best one for me to start with. Now, in terms of, Petrovic, now he obviously plays for Bournemouth. He's a decent keeper, makes a few errors when I've watched him. Probably not the greatest when playing out from the back. For now, I'm going to put him in at number 7. Again, we can arrange the categories as we go on, but I think he will be 7th for me. Emi Martinez definitely in at number 2 for me. I think he's a very, very, very good keeper. Someone that, good shot stopper, can save the ball very, very well. Very good, as I said, pen taker, can play out from the back, compose keeper, got the trophy cabinet. I think he's been a really good signing for Aston Villa and has been there for many years. There's been talks about him leaving. I think that'd be a mistake. He's a very, very good keeper. I think he had a pretty good tournament, to be honest with you. Who do I think is number 3? I think we'll do it that way rather than going one by one. I think Donnarumma's number 3. I think if you're looking at a goalkeeper that has really good experience, first season at City, he was really impressive. Made some big saves, had some big moments. Yes, they obviously didn't win the Prem, but they won a few trophies, the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup. Again, you're looking at someone that, if you watch him for PSG, like, as I said, his distribution might not be the greatest, but as a keeper, to me, he's one of the best, and it's really, really quite impressive. His ability to get down low quick, and his reaction also. He's just a very, very tall goalkeeper, so that obviously does help him. Who do I think is number 4? Alisson. I think as much as, Alisson has been in and out of the Liverpool team due to injury, I still think he's a really good keeper. 1v1, he's fantastic. Can make saves, consistency for Liverpool when he's fit. And I think he's a really, really good goalkeeper. As I said, 1v1, he's fantastic. I think if you're looking at a keeper to take you out of pressure moments, he'd go in at 4. For me, who do I think is number 5? You know what? I'm going to go Sané Lamons. Now, hear me out on this one. I know he's only had 1 season in the league, but I think he's a really good goalkeeper. If you're looking at someone to relieve pressure, to make a good save, to have a big moment, and for me, it's just a significant upgrade of what United have had. Going from Onana to Lamons was just life-changing, and I've seen it firsthand. Very good, very calm goalkeeper. Distribution might not be the greatest, but as I said, what a goalkeeper is to do is to save his shot, and in the United team, that's what he needed him to do, and I think he's done a job fantastically well. Another big season pending. For me, he is the 5th choice goalkeeper in the Premier League, and I'd argue that with anyone. I think he's fantastic. Really, really good keeper. Now, the last one of this spot, I'm actually going to go Jordan Pickford. If you're looking at longevity, looking at consistency, he's a really good goalkeeper. Some of the saves that he makes are fantastic. Yes, he plays for Everton, but this is only talking about, it's not talking about team, it's talking about the actual goalkeeper himself. I think he's a really good keeper. I think he's coming towards the end. I think, his World Cup wasn't the greatest. But I think if you look at his career at Everton, I think going into the season, he's going to have a really big season for them, and he really is a good keeper. In at 7, I've obviously gone George Petrovic from Bournemouth. I think he's a decent keeper, but for me, he's in at number 7. In at number 8, I've gone Robin Roofs. Now, again, Sunderland's first season in the Prem, I actually think he's a pretty decent keeper. Again, I'm excited to see how he sort of does next season. I'm surprised that not a big club has been in for him. I think he was really good on the ball. And yeah, he's just a really good keeper. Now, so that's 8th. In at 9th place, I'm actually going to go Dean Henderson. Now, I've seen Dean Henderson play for United. I think he's a really good keeper. I've seen him play for Palace. I think he was at Forest as well. Very good shot stopper. In at number 11, no, in at number 10, sorry, I've gone with Kelleher. Now, Kelleher could be higher. I think he's a really underrated keeper. Had his time at Liverpool, went to Brentford, and obviously been really good there for them. I think if you're looking at a keeper that can more or less do everything, maybe he's a really top shot stopper. In at number 11, now I'm going to go Bart Verbruggen. I think seeing him at Brighton, the way in which he plays, is sometimes he is a bit frustrating to watch in terms of he can make mistakes, take too long on the ball. But I really do think he's a really good goalkeeper. I think if you're looking at a keeper that can, as I said, play the ball out from the back, yes, he's prone to making a mistake. I thought he had a really good World Cup with the Netherlands. And for me, I think he's a goalkeeper that could very well get a big move. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on that so far. In at number 1, I've got David Raya. Number 2, I've got Emi Martinez. 3, Donnarumma. 4, Alisson. 5, Le Mans. 6, Pickford. In at 7, I've got Petrovic. 8, Robin Roos. 9, Dean Henderson. 10, Kelleher. 11, Bart Verbruggen. There's a few arguments to be had there. I mean, what I might do is I might just move everyone down along. 7, Robin Roos. 8, Henderson. 9, Kelleher. 10, Verbruggen, and 11, Petrovic upon reflection now. But I think they're probably the large chunk of the best goalkeepers. In at number 12, I'm going to go the Hull City keeper. Now, I've seen clips of him. I think he's alright. Again, see how he does in the league for Hull City. In at 13, I've gone Matt Sells. Now, a couple seasons ago, he was fantastic for Forest. Very, very good season for them. Now, I don't know what happened last season, whether he just didn't get the games or whatnot. I think there definitely is a keeper there with him. I think if you're looking at someone that can make good saves, you've got him. But I just think, where does he rank among these? In at 13th for me. In at 14th, I've gone Bernd Leno. Now, Bernd Leno, again, obviously had his time at Arsenal, was then obviously transferred to Fulham, and he's been a mainstay at their team. Very experienced, very good shot stopper. Not the greatest distribution. I think when you watch him as a keeper, he can make all the saves. Distribution not the greatest, and that's why I've put him in there. In terms of the next keeper, who I think is going to be there, I mean, I'm going to go Chris Walton next. I believe he's the Ipswich keeper. He's a pretty decent keeper. Make good saves. Again, see how he does for Ipswich. Was very good last season in the Championship. One last place in at 16th. I'm going to go for Nick Pope. Now, Nick Pope's a decent keeper. I know Newcastle are looking to try and bring someone in. However, I think he's had his time. He's a decent keeper. For me, he's one of the lower tiers in the league. I think there are many keepers better than him. In at 17th, we've got James Trafford. Now, I think he'd probably be higher on the list. Obviously, he is the only team on here that's got a new goalkeeper so far. I think I'm excited to see how he does. It's a big money move to Leeds. See how he's going to deliver for them. Again, who knows what he's going to be like, but again, we'll have to wait and see. I think there definitely is a top keeper there, but again, we need to see more of him play in the first team. In at 18th, I've gone Kinski. Again, I think he's going to be now the main keeper for Spurs. It's his first real season for them, and see how he does. He's had a tough time of it, getting subbed off in that Atletico Madrid game, a lot of mistakes. So he has now this opportunity where he's going to be the number 1 for Spurs to prove himself. In at 19, I believe that's the Coventry goalkeeper. Again, just haven't seen enough of him to sort of put him any higher. And then the worst keeper in the Premier League, I've gone Robert Sanchez. I just think, anytime I watch Chelsea, Chelsea have a very, very good team, very good talent. You look at that attack, Rodgers, Palmer, really good, João Pedro. Then you got the midfield, Enzo Fernandez, Caicedo. You got Reece James at the back, Lacroix, Cole, very good team. I just look at that goalkeeper. They can definitely sign someone better, in my opinion. And I think they can, one of these I think they can have Bart Verbruggen easily. He significantly improved the team. Even a Kelleher, Dean Henderson, these Robin Roofs. Those levels of keepers will significantly improve, I think, the Chelsea keeper, or the Chelsea sort of goal, and make them concede less. I think he has rash moments. He's got red cards before. He's quite an erratic keeper. But listen, let me know your thoughts. If you want to see more of these, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe. Catch you on the next one.